Alright folks, tonight we're talking about banks. Don't change the channel. This is actually interesting, I promise. You see, banks aren't just giant vaults full of cash anymore. They're run by complex computer systems called core banking systems. Think of it as the brains of the operation. These systems handle everything, your accounts, loans, transactions, the whole shebang. But just like that old computer you've got in your attic, sometimes they need an upgrade. And boy, can these upgrades be a real pain in the... Well, you get the idea. These upgrades are called core banking projects. They're massive, expensive, and can make or break a bank. We're talking years of planning, millions of dollars, and enough stress to make a banker lose their, presumably very expensive hair. But here's the thing. These projects are crucial. They help banks keep up with the times, offer better services, and stay ahead of those pesky cybercriminals. So tonight, we're diving into the wild world of core banking projects and sharing some hard-earned lessons from the trenches. Buckle up. It's going to be a wild ride. First up, planning. Seems obvious, right? Well, you'd be surprised how many banks jump into these projects without a solid plan. It's like building a house without a blueprint. A recipe for disaster, my friends. Before you even think about touching that core banking system, you need a detailed roadmap. Every step, every risk, every possible hiccup needs to be mapped out. This includes choosing the right software, training your staff, and making sure everything plays nicely with your existing systems. Take it from Citibank. Back in the early 2000s, they embarked on a massive core banking upgrade. Problem was, they underestimated the complexity. The project went way over budget and took years longer than expected. It was a mess. Don't be like Citibank. Hire a good architect, metaphorically speaking, of course, although a real architect might not hurt either. Get that plan right, and you'll thank yourself later. Lesson number 2, communication is key. These projects involve everyone from IT to customer service. And if they're not all on the same page, you're headed for trouble. Imagine this. You walk into your bank to withdraw some cash, but the system's down because nobody told the tellers about the upgrade. You'd be furious, right? And rightfully so. That's why constant, clear communication is essential. Regular meetings, updates, and even a dedicated communication channel can work wonders. Take a page out of DBS Bank's book. They aced their core banking upgrade by focusing on collaboration and open communication. Everyone knew what was happening, when it was happening, and why it was important. The result? A smooth transition and happy customers. Section 4. Lesson 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Get it right the first time. Finally, let's talk about testing. You wouldn't release a new phone without testing it first, right? Same goes for core banking systems. Before you unleash this shiny new system on the world, you need to make sure it works. And I mean really works. This means rigorous testing, both internally and with a select group of users. Every feature, every transaction, every possible scenario needs to be scrutinized. Remember TSB Bank in the UK? They botched their core banking migration back in 2018 because of inadequate testing. The result? Millions of customers locked out of their accounts, unable to access their money. It was a PR nightmare. Don't be like TSB, test, and then test some more. It might seem tedious, but trust me, it's better than dealing with a system meltdown. Section 5. The future of banking. Always be upgrading. So, there you have it, folks. Core banking projects are massive undertakings, but they're essential for banks to thrive in today's digital world. Get the planning right, communicate like your life depends on it, and for the love of all that is holy, test the hell out of that system. But it doesn't end there. The world of technology is constantly evolving, which means banks need to be ready to adapt and upgrade continuously. It's like a treadmill, really. Stop running and you'll fall behind. So the next time you hear about a bank upgrading its systems, just remember the lessons we've learned tonight. It might just save you a whole lot of hassle in the long run, and that's our show. Good night.